everybody would get a thank you note. But in 5 of them, he put a $5 Wawa gift card. So that when he made his return calls, that $25 a week investment, he sold 2 or 3 homes a month from his open house. And when he called back, the reception was much greater. You know, I'm the guy that sent you a Wawa gift card.
Yeah.
$5, $25 a week.
So we sit there and go, oh, can I afford $25 a week? I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it. I am not going to make $30,000 off of that.
Send 1 card a week. Try it.
Yeah. John?
Yeah, I have a program, John, I'm willing to share. It's by referral only. I share it with the team that I'm with. And the lady over here asked what we could send out instead of just saying, are you ready to sell or buy? Okay. Joe Stump sends a daily email, okay, to those in the program. And if anyone wants to give me their email address, when I receive it, I will send it out. Just promise if you send your email address and you receive it that you'll follow up on it. That's the only thing I'll ever ask. Follow up. I don't need to know. Just follow up. So, just send me an email, your address. I'll send it out and share it. And I'm allowed to also. I found out from
Okay.
Stump's program.
I was going to ask you that next, but okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that without permission.
Right.
But obviously, Joe Stump is looking for you to join.
Right.
You know, and do other things. But that's the one thing that I like. It's a daily. I'm just starting to do it again, and you're willing to have it.
All right. So I like to laugh. Any of you guys like to laugh or laugh at people or smile even, right?
I do.
Yeah. I think I like to find people that are funny. And I actually got into trouble all through school because I loved the funny people in my class, right? And I would get in trouble all the time because I'd be joking around. My mom found a box of old report cards from elementary school, and they were yellowed. It's that old. 40-something years ago, right? And it was like 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I'm looking, and I got decent grades. That wasn't the thing. It was the comments that the teachers would make. And John needs to focus more and stop being so social. He likes to have fun more than learn, you know, in school, like pay attention. It was year after year. I was like, oh my goodness, my parents never told me this, you know? And my parents were probably like, yeah, we could see that, yeah, whatever, right? But, so I thought we'd kind of end on a little bit of comedy. I have a favorite comedian named Brian Regan. And I love Brian because he's clean, pretty clean, very clean actually. But he's funny. He talks about everyday stuff that we deal with. So he actually talked about moving here. I just thought for realtors, this is something you might get a kick out of. So let's just watch this. It's not too long. Let's hear from Brian.
UPS asked me to help out with some boxes. They're a good service, but you have to have information ready about your boxes before you can call them. I had no idea. I called them up. Yeah, I have 10 boxes. You come pick them up.
We need to know the weight and the girth.
Can you hear okay?
Okay, goodbye.
He called UPS to get some boxes moved.
So I called back. We need the weight and the girth. Okay, I don't know what the weight is, and I don't know what girth means. So now what's the procedure? So this guy talks to me like I'm 4 years old. Well, do you have a bathroom scale? Yeah, but if I put the box on a scale, it's going to cover up the numbers! What do I take them off really quick? 0, I'm not fast enough! What's he talking about? So then he gives me like his Mr. Wizard formula.
How about if you stand on the scale and weigh yourself, get off the scale, pick up the box, get back on, weigh you and the box together and subtract your own weight. I'm going, slow down. Hold on, Professor.
I know this guy's never tried this, because I tried it, and you still can't see the numbers!
What am I, Mr. Olympia? £3.
Then I had to hang up in the middle of his girth formula. He kept assuring me it was easy.
You know, the girth is very simple to figure out. You take the length and you double that by the smaller of the height after you triangulate the hypotenuse from the third side.
Okay, I gotta go. I'm getting another call. Yeah, I'm too stupid to talk to you. I just want to not be on with you any longer. So this is true. I figured I would call back and just make up some numbers, you know. Let them come out and pick them up. If it's wrong, I'll pay the difference. Just dispatch the trunk. Please. So I called back. Yeah, I have 10 boxes and... No, I'm another guy. Yeah, and they all weigh exactly 22 pounds, and they'll have a girth of 3.
3 what?
3 girth units. Come pick them up, please. I'm begging you. They're boxes and they're brown and they have tape all on them. And they probably fit on a dolly. Why must you torture me?
So what do you think?
Is he local?
No, he's national. He sells out, like the War Memorial Building in Trenton. I've seen him a couple times live. I don't know if this thing's off or what.
It's weird.
Sorry, this is so if you want to laugh, go on YouTube and just type in Brian Regan and watch his videos. There's segments of his improv. It's very good. I want to end with one thing. Systems. We talked about systems today, right? Everyone feels like I need a system. I need a better system. I need whatever, right? Okay. We have one set up for you with KW. Do you know what these 4 boxes are? You guys have seen this? I've done this in Wealth Building Wednesday before. What's the first box? In order to be good at this business, we have to track our business, correct? Have to. It's a non-negotiable. Okay. There's some shape. Yes, Ed, so I'm concerned. What's the first box?
Yearly goal?
Nope. Good thought though. Yearly goals before this.
Okay.
Appointments. First box is appointments. Track number of appointments. First time appointments, not I took a buyer out today and then Saturday I'm taking him out, that counts as 2. No, it doesn't. It's 1. It's 1 client, 1 appointment. New appointments, right? Write this down. What's the second box? Thank you, Diane. Diane believes in this. Listings. So we get an appointment, we turn it into a buyer or a seller, right? Whatever it is. And we get a listing. We get something signed that they're going to work with us. Listing contract, buyer agency contract, right? Start with the consumer notice just to be compliant. Does that make sense? That's easy, right? There is no value in this business unless you get past these 2 things though, right? How do you make money if you just put a sign on the lawn and it never sells? So we call it the wall of value. What would this be? Number of closings. So we get an appointment, we turn in a listing, we turn into a closing. Seems simple, right? What would this be?
Profit.
Larry says profit because he's a team leader, or was a team leader. So we think of profit as a market center. So as a market center, we use the same thing, and we do appointments, gross agents in growth, net agents. So if we bring in 10, 5 leave, we have a net of 5, right? It's going to happen in real estate. And Larry said this word, which is a good word. It's not a bad word, and don't ever treat it as a bad word. Profit. We all need to be profitable. And in my world, I need to be able to share profit with you. 48%. It's a big number. I didn't even get to what I wanted to get to, John, for you. So I promise next one I will. So I want to talk at some point about passive income, profit sharing. Make it clear what it is. We have a very bad misconception within our companies of what it is. We don't know. Can you articulate to the class right now what profit share is? Would you be guessing if I made you stand up here and do it? A little bit, right? Here's what I can tell you. In the month of May, Keller Williams Langhorne is sharing $58,000 back. Is that a lot of money?
Yeah.
1 month. 21st of this month is going to be a little bit of celebration. You might actually hear party hats and there's things, streamers going with confetti. Direct deposits going on the 21st. Keller Williams Newtown, almost $26,000, rounded up. $26,000 is the company's 3 years old, 1 month. You think it works?
Yeah.
Who's getting their, what Aaron Kaufman says, unfair share? Who's getting their unfair share of that? You know why it's unfair? You didn't invest $1 into it. You could leave the company after 3 years and 1 day and still get it. That, to me, should be changed. Except if I ever want to leave right now. I'm just kidding. I'm committed. But I have a friend who left and went to Remax and made $20,000 last year. Profit share off of a lot of our efforts. 20 plus.
Who just came back to Keller?
Who just came back to Keller? I want to say congratulations to Keller Williams Langhorne. I don't think any of you know because I haven't told anyone, unless you've talked to Becca in the last couple of days or maybe Debbie. We just, this 21st of this month, we will have shared $3 million. That is incredible. To get to the first $1 million was hard. To get to the second was a lot quicker. To get to the third was unbelievably quick. Guess what? The fourth is coming quicker. Who's going to get their share of it? Market Center opened December of 2004, so 2005. If we just take that divided by 13, it's $231,000 a year. That's pretty good right there. Last year, we shared $460,000. It's real money. 2018, what do you think it's going to be in 2018? I think it's going to be more than $460,000. Do you know how to get profit share? friend of mine in this office made over $2,000. I think it was like $2,500. So I rounded it down to $2,000 for an example, just to give you. I just ran simple numbers. To get $2,000 in any month, how much money would you need in the bank? Can we get 4% in the bank?
No.
You'd have to invest it somewhere. But to get 4%, you'd have to have $600,000 in the bank to get $2,000 in 1 month. What that tells you is, at 4% interest, if you put $600,000 in an investment now and got a 4% return, you get $24,000 a year, right? $2,000 a month. That's without investing any more into it. You know. How about 6%? Can you get 6% interest on a lot of things? It's debatable right now. You'd still need $400,000 in the bank. If you only got 2%, can you get 2% interest at your bank right now?
Yes.
Maybe. Maybe, right? You need 1.2 million to get $2,000 a month. That's nuts. And most bank accounts, if you're not smart with your money, you could have it sitting there for 1% or less. Like a money market or something, you know. $2.4 million you need for $2,000 in income. I just want to tell you, Keller Williams Profit Share Program is there not to recruit people. It's to help people change their lives for the better. That's what it's there for. We don't really recruit. We refer people to our team leaders, to our OPs and stuff like that, because we want to try to change their lives. We're going to cap their expenses. A friend of mine's at Coldwell Banker paying 6%, and he's paying $30-something thousand a year. He comes here, $3,000. Cap, $3,000. What idiot would pay $30-something thousand? I did it. I paid $39,000 my last year at Coldwell Banker just in royalty. I could have paid for a school year in college for my kids. That's nuts. $3,000. We're not recruiting, we're trying to help them. Right? Plus, they get into the culture of learning. That's what we're doing here, right? Inspiring and learning from each other. You can walk up and down the hall here and somebody will help you with whatever it is. We have a great staff, Newtown and in Langhorne, who are there to help you. Right? This is real. You're not having to invest $1. And if you help somebody change their life, right? That feels good without being rewarded. And we reward you too. I want to spend a little bit of time the next time, probably, on what is profit sharing and how does it work, really, without any myth going on, all right? The outside world talks about us being a pyramid scheme, which is a total bogus thing, and it's all been proven to not be true. It's approved in the United States and Canada. Now it's worldwide. We have something called growth share. So if it's international, you send somebody to Keller Williams internationally, they're going to send profit share back to us in what we call growth share. The only reason they call it that is because it's different valuations of currency. So it's not American dollars all the time. But it's still profit share. Would you like to know more about profit sharing?
Yes,
Would it help you?
absolutely.
No other company has a retirement plan like we have. We just don't call it a retirement plan. We call it profit share, because that's what it is. Tell the truth. We share 48% of our profit. Do you have any questions on profit share before I let you go? Does anybody see the value of it?
I see that.
If you talk to somebody who's actually making good profit share, they'll go on and on about how great it is.
I'm too new for that.
You're not too
I
new
just
for
want to
that.
say that. I'm
See,
not.
that's
I
a
don't-
limiting belief.
I feel like I'm too busy. Like I don't know if it seems selfish, but I feel like I'm too busy worrying about what I need to learn, what
Sure.
I need to know. And maybe that's somewhere down the road. I mean, I was a manager for Blue Cross for 15 years, so I'm really good with building team. My staff, I didn't have a turnaround for 10 years. My staff, I started the staff and I had the same staff when I left. So I'm really good with team, but I feel like right now I need to be selfish and figure out, because I can't show somebody else to be successful
That's a
if I
beautiful
don't
part.
even know.
You don't have to. You refer them to Debbie or to me, done. Especially if they're already selling houses.
Yeah, that would be okay. Like I was thinking, I just sold the house and I kind of got the, in retrospect, I think I kind of got the feeling like I was interested in learning more about us and I didn't pursue it like I should have. I could still probably revisit that, but just somebody new that just graduated, like they're gonna need babysitting. I wish I had that. I don't have what I want, so I'm not
You had
ready to do that.
our new launch coach sitting next to you today,
It's,
Jessica. She's here to babysit the newbie and teach them everything they need to know. It's called launch coaching, and it's unbelievable. Jim Luttrell in Newtown has 14 closings this month in launch coaching. He's only been doing it for a few months. 14 closings in just the launch coaching program. It works. Why? Somebody's there to help them, and there's accountability for your behavior. You can't motivate yourself and hold yourself accountable as well as someone from outside, like you're saying, John. You can stand in the mirror and go, make your calls today, or, lead generate, right, and then as soon as you go away from the mirror, something happens, phone rings, and all of a sudden you're lost all focus and you never get what you're just telling yourself you should do. And you go, I'll do it tomorrow. We can rationalize for ourselves the best, right?
I think tapping a little bit into what you were saying, like, you're still trying to learn, but I see it that we can learn together. So if I bring in someone, we can, learn together, grow together, and just, because we're always going to be growing. Like
I know, but how do you sell that? Like you're gonna sell something you don't even understand in yourself.
Right, but why would
I want to
you-
be the expert when I'm talking to you.
Right, but
Or
why would
someone.
why would you neglect that from someone that you can help?
How am I gonna help when I don't even know what I'm giving? That's what
I
the way
feel like,
I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from, but I see it as you can, learn together. That at the end of the day, that's how I see it. And like you said, there's so many people here that
Yeah, I have a new technique. I'm gonna be sitting out on the floor where there's people, and maybe that'll open up. Like you can overhear people talking and learn that way, as opposed to being sitting in the office all day and trying to figure it out by yourself, or with just one person. You know what I mean? Because John is new to the team as well, so he wouldn't know the dynamics around here as well as someone if I sat out in the floor for a little
like
while.
someone today reached out to me and she's like, how do I get started? And if I was thinking selfishly, I would say, you know what,
I'm
get
the
back
wrong
to me
person
in
to talk to.
2 years
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I'm an expert in this. No,
Well, I
like,
wouldn't do that. I would refer them to somebody else. I just don't want it to be my responsibility. I would be more than glad to send them to Debbie if they want to be recruited, or somebody else could take credit for it. I don't care about that.
So
right, exactly.
I had like a similar limiting belief that you have now when I was first at Keller Williams, because I didn't come here for profit share. That's not why I came here. I came here for opportunity and growth and learning and building a team and things like that, and I knew that they could help me, and they did. But I didn't really understand profit share and didn't really care about it until I got my first profit share deposit. And I went, holy crap, this actually works.
Oh, is that why John wants to do it so badly?
I'm just telling you, it's passive income. This amount of money is getting deposited into everyone's accounts here that participate
Yeah.
this month. I can't stop it. I'm the owner, right?
It's his money that he's giving back to us. If we were still a Coldwell Bank or.
That'd be in my pocket, I guarantee you.
So would be thrilled with us.
Paul and I would be in good shape taking that $58,000 and doing something with it this month. I want to share it with you.
Yeah, I was also, because as I said, introduced over 30 agents, okay, and I just thought, well, I was the greatest, okay. But the thing is, Down here, all I have to do, and the beauty of it is either introduce them to you or to Debbie, okay, and just say, listen to the program, and I feel better because I'm helping someone.
Correct.
And down the road is what I'm looking for with a couple of bucks, okay?
Mhm.
Not today.
Right.
And that's the beauty of it. I can help somebody today have a better life, perhaps, and income, and then I'll be rewarded somewhere down the road.
Mhm.
But I don't have to do it alone. I had to do it alone for the past 26 years.
And you didn't get anything for it,
Nothing,
especially now.
especially now. But down here is, your top agents are the trainers. It's not as if you have a trainer here. You have agents who are making that money, who are sharing how they do it with the rest of us. And that's the beauty of it. One of the beauties out there, Kelly.
And I don't know if you've looked at the calendar, training calendar here this month. It's phenomenal because the best of the best in here are teaching Ignite. And there's something you can learn in Ignite no matter how long you've been in business, Diane. Right? Because I guarantee you, there's going to be systems and models that Keller Williams taught in those classes by people on the street, just like me and you, doing it. It's not just book sense. That's amazing. I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. As a leader, I'm excited about that because that could change your lives. Now, some of you just aren't going to show up. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm just going to stay in the mud over here. I'm going to complain about how bad things are. Nobody's wanting to move. There's not enough inventory. Interest rates are high. Did you hear how high interest rates are? What were the highest interest rates you guys sold? 12%? 18%?
18 to 20.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mine was 11. I started in the business at 11. It never went above that. 1990, 11%.
81, 20%.
You could buy your interest rate down when I started from 11 to 10 and a quarter by paying 3 points. Do you know what points are? We don't even use points anymore. If you do, you're like, I don't even know what that is. 1% is 1 point of the loan value. If you're borrowing $200,000, pay me $2,000 and I'll cut the rate a 1/4%. They still do it, yeah. They just don't advertise it anymore.
Right.
Nobody's paying points. I don't hear people.
I worked for a builder in Upper Mayfield, okay, that he was advertising 12.5% interest when it was
Woo!
14.
Yeah, exactly.
People were coming in the
Because he
door.
was buying it down for them. Or the bank was giving him some benefit from using them, yep. That's all it was paying interest up front. That's all it was.
But it still hurts today to see the 5%.
It does because the mentality is 3. You know, they saw 3. But if I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot tell some of us that have been around for a while, you can't sell houses at 5% interest rates. We'll want to slap you. We'll want to say, what are you talking about? We sold them at 10, 11, 15, 18, right? People still have to move. They're going to move. It's the economy. That's why we call it a market. It moves, right? It's never constant. Any other questions before we go? Anything you learned today? Ahas, we call them. Any ahas?
So much. Where do I start? Just having that system. I mean, I know I need it, but like you said, start somewhere. And that's the only way I'm gonna build a system for myself is starting somewhere. And so like how you said, focus on 3 things. And I actually have, I guess door knocking and farming would be one. So it would be open houses, door knocking, and just my circle of.
Good. Personal
and so
sphere. Yeah, if you
just
didn't include that, I would have been upset.
Yes,
Okay.
Just focusing on those 3 things daily, that's my system.
Beautiful. That's great. Larry, did you say, you were going to say something?
No, not yet. Great month.
Great month.
Great month.
Great month. Larry likes profit. He likes profit. Why does Larry like profit?
Isn't that why we're here?
He gets it, right? He gets it. That's why we're here. Are you profitable in your own businesses? Do you know? Do you make more? I have a friend of mine, he's #1 real estate agent in Bucks County. Anybody know who it is?
Jack?
Nope.
Jay Spaziano.
Jay Spaziano. He and I are friends from old Remax days. Jay was #1 in the region back then, and every so often I got into the top 10. And we would get named on these regional lists. Top 25 they would put out, but the goal for us, Linda Ventol was another one, the goal was to get in the top 10 and get close to Jay, right? And we were hit and miss on the quarters, right? It was every quarter. Jay was #1 every time it came. It's like, broke a record. No one could knock him off. At one time, I believe he sold $90 million of volume in Bucks County. Now he does about 40, and it feels like, to him, he's not doing anything. 40 million. All right, so I was talking to Jay the other day, and he opened up his own office, and I said, we should probably turn that off.